They forced me.
Because it was a longer acting?
No, because
it was cheaper, and the way methadone works, and what I've done with Dr. Lynette Reed there at the pain program when Lauren was there, and with Dr. Bell and my own research is the methadone for some people with the CRPS or major causalgia or chronic pain has worked for relieving that burning road rash sensation, like Lauren says, in the hands. But unfortunately, it was very short-lived. It only lasted for about, I think it was about the first initial 3 months. And then that burning sensation, of course, came back. So we proceeded to up and 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 up until some days he was coming home from the doctor with containers of methadone like that for 2 or 3 months at a time.
Is that when you lost the personality changes?
Yes. The major massive diversion I think kicked in at that point, right? Well, everybody was gone all day. You know, I was gone to work all day. The kids were gone at school all day, and
up all night, like I don't sleep every 4 or 5 days. I see stuff, I hallucinate, I puke, and then I have to go to sleep. Otherwise, I just can't sleep.
Well, as far as myself and Ron's the methadone, I'm glad that is part is past him. But he does. No.
I don't like narcotics. I don't like drugs. I don't like it.
Well, yeah.
Green Witch, we do a lot of homeopathic stuff. Like I don't do narcotics. I don't do meth. I mean.
This is not the life you want.
No, not at all. I mean, I've. You spend your whole life, avoiding that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. And now, I'm dependent on it.
But the methadone, like we said, at the time, Lauren gave it an honest try. It was the cheaper of the medications out of everything. He was going off into the pain program anyways. It was, we were thinking about doing the methadone conversion about a month or so before the original decision to send him off to Orion. Around in May, I think it was like April or May.
Yeah, where they were changing my medication.
Seven.
Changing my medication every 2 days.
Yes, for sure that.
One night you came and said, "No, you got to pay for this stuff," no, it's not accepted.
So
there was all my food money.
It comes out of other money. Like we got GST the other day. All of my GST went to Lauren's money, to Lauren's prescription. And so that will be the last of our money until trial next year, which is the 20th. That has ran out for me. I was receiving it for the tonality that I was entitled to, and the business plan that I had sent to you guys in December is actually a result, the end final product from the program that I was on through EI. They do a self-employment program through Community Features here, and that business plan and concept was my baby from that program. But when I was doing that self-employment program, no one bothered to tell me that you needed to have liquidable assets and equity so they could give you a loan so you could do the business. So I did the whole entirety of the program, and then when I went to go to the account, he's like, "Well, let's see what kind of money you got." I'm like, "What? What money?" And he's like, "Oh, it didn't tell me." I was like, "Tell me what?" No, so with that business plan, that was my EI. Yes, we did EI. I included everything that was entitled with that, but that ran out. I think the first or second week in November. I was done.
So we used that business plan to try to move our pension to start up a store. Forget a store. I wanted to take a few business courses and a few homeopathic courses to learn about, more about what she knows. She's an expert at that stuff.
And I have to say, I haven't looked at the book rehab stuff. There's so many outstanding claims issues that we need to get through. But, vocational rehab is the exciting part of this process. Once you can put all of these claim issues and entitlements away, and we figured, okay, this is as good as you're going to get.
I think so, but every time I got a task for doing something, it was you work $3 an hour. It's not feasible, right?
Yeah.
Like everything could be forced through.
And again, we can look at that again. What we have is one to make some further decisions first, because that can change the direction of what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think one of the challenges where, if you really just take a step back and look at the book we've had time and the existing budget that's still sitting to, there is money available based on a plan, based on certain conditions in the claim.
Yeah.
But from our perspective, I don't think we've addressed all the issues that we have addressed first. And is there further entitlement to further pension monies? Is there further entitlement to further treatment? You have to start at the beginning. And I think, we're looking at this now and saying, well, where are we at? Well, a number of good decisions were made. Good decisions were made to accept the injuries that you have and to take the pension. Those are both good decisions. And the decisions were made against the pension, examination calculations and all of those kinds of things. So that was a good decision. And the other good decision is because you have a significant PSI, you got the chance to look at your claim. That's not a good decision. So
but doctor has to be 100% disabled. So does the government.
They may.
Yeah.
And I think at some point, I think our goal is to not.
I don't want to go to work.
Because from what I've seen,
I have a brain.
Yeah.
I want to go to work.
And you don't want to be on narcotics. And your wife would like to see you being an active member in the family. And it's also because they have their time for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, as it stands right now, my kids can't touch me. She can't touch me. I can't hug my kids. I can't hug my wife. I mean, I can't do anything anymore.
Yeah. So maybe we can start back and talk about some of the things that we see.
Yeah.
If you're feeling comfortable moving to that.
Okay.
I'm sure you must be getting tired of that.
Go ahead, take your time.
It's all in meetings.
Yeah, it's been a long couple of days kind of anticipating and wondering what's going to happen.
So, as I said to you before, we took the proactive approach and looked in the
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have a phone call next week to decide whether you want to go to Vancouver or whether you want the psychologist to come here. To go through and do some assessing and see exactly where you are today. Because we think that's really critical in order to address anything else, including treatment. The other thing that we are wanting to do is we have looked at your the decision letters that have been written around your medication. And we know that the methadone and morphine was not paid for because the information that we require from policy and law and all of those kinds of perspectives is what we call special and extenuating circumstances. And maybe I'm not sure you've seen the term more than you care to recognize.
After we start the way into
from our perspective, we have had some discussions with some of our senior medical personnel, and we're looking back to try and track and say, well, what was prescribed and what kind of drugs were they and what were the circumstances. And from what we feel at this point in time, you still require the Percocet that you're taking, and we know that Dr. Johnson on Monday prescribed you OxyContin as well as
450%.
Have you filled this prescription?
Yeah,
that's what was paid for with my GST that came in on the 5th.
Okay, you have this.
Yes, I do.
Oh, do you?
Except for 06 and the pharmacy that I'm dealing with is
good accounting. We get them to ask a big favor, Christine. Would you trust me with those to photocopy them?
Oh, of course. You can photocopy whatever you like. Let me just, I have it here. Just give me 1 second now.
We weren't sure where you were at, but what we can show you.
No, I'm on it. I just gotta find my newest one here.
Well, Christine's going to was Dr. McIntosh.
No, that was Dr. McNeil and I don't know. Dr. McNeil, Dr. Greenwood,
I've never seen him.
Dr.
I've never seen him or heard the name before or anything.
No, there's no Dr. McIntosh there.
Unless it was some...
Just a list of all, this is a list, just